No, my friends, those are not resistors. Please don't confuse between normal resistors and this component that I'm going to teach you. It's called a Wirewound power resistor, and if it fails, your electronics could burn out in seconds. Today I'll show you how it works, why it fails, and how to test it using the multimeter in seconds. So guys, welcome to the episode 30, where I'm going to teach you step by step how to test the wire-wounded power resistors the right way. Of course, as always, before diving into testing, let's begin with the theory part. So a wire-wounded power resistors, as you can see here, we find it always in the input, are basically a strong resistor made by winding a metal wire, usually around a ceramic core. It's built to handle high power and heat. So what is basically its purposes in the circuit? So the role or the purpose of wire-wound power resistor is it limits the current to protect other component in the circuit, dissipate extra energy as heat, act as a safety buffer in power supplies and motor control systems. And of course, guys, you can find it, as you can see, in many shapes and many colors. And of course, it could hold its value as this one here above it, or just refer to color code to know its value. We're gonna see all this, just stay tuned. So I have another question, how it works. So basically the electricity flows through the coiled wire, the resistance slows down the current, the heat is released safely without damaging other parts, the ceramic body resists heat, preventing burnout. What is the symptoms of a bad wire-wound resistor? Basically, I will mention 5 common symptoms. That means bad wire-wound resistor that you will find usually in the input near to the CTN or the EMI filter. The first symptom, device not powering on, or the motherboard not powering on, dead board. Second symptom, overheating in the circuit. Third, burn marks or cracks on the resistor body. So if you find any burn or cracks or any damage in the resistor body, please replace it without even test it. Fourth, resistance reading far from its labeled value. For example, if you have a 33 ohm resistor and you get 100 ohm resistor or 0 ohm resistor, this is automatically a bad resistor. Why? Because the tolerance is usually 5% or 10%. The symptom number 5, strong burn smell. If you smell a strong burn, it could be the wire-wound power resistor. Please check it using the multimeter, and of course I'm going to teach you how to test it step by step. The last question before diving into testing, what causes failure of wire-wound power resistor? Long-term heat damage. Third, physical damage from vibration or impact. The last one, moisture or corrosion inside the coil. Now guys, the most important question, how to test the wire-wound power inductor. Basically, there are many types of wire-wound inductors, but this video will give you the working principle and how to test any kind of power resistor, because the working principle and the testing is the same. The difference is in the resistance. Basically, the resistance is vary between 3 ohm, 4 ohm, 5 ohm to hundreds of ohms, depending on the type of the wire-wound resistor. Let's begin testing. Basically, I'm going to test this one here, this one over here, just to understand, my friends. My goal and my purpose is to make you understand 100%. Please, guys, don't forget that our challenge is to reach a 1,000 component testing. That's why for anyone who thank me, the best way to say thank you is by liking and sharing the video. This resistor or Wirewound resistor belongs to the input circuit. First, before test it, you have to turn off the device and discharge it. How? By shunting like this the two terminals. This board is already discharged. Okay, so for beginner, by shunting using insulated screwdriver or any tool with insulated handle like this one, for example, you can discharge the capacitor and work safe. So guys, let's begin testing this one first. R12, basically the resistor reference is R12 in this board. Remember that a good range, usually from a few ohms, like 3-5 ohm for low resistance models, to several hundred ohms for higher ones. But guys, remember, if it reads open circuit or way off the market value, it's a bad resistor. The ohm modes. For beginner guys, this is the ohm mode symbol. We select 200. The resistor is not polarized, means put the probes in any terminal, no problem. The red probe here or here, no problem. So let's check. We get 15. Okay, this is a good Wirewound power resistor. Okay guys, because this one is big one, without even paying attention to colors, no problem. You get a few ohms, this is good. Let's check the second one, my friends, over here. So one here, another here, about 2.6 ohm, 2.5. This is good, because always we have tolerance. Okay, always we have tolerance, guys. Once we get ready, about 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, that's good for this kind of resistors. Let's check this one also. If you pay attention to color, we have here brown, we have red, and we have black, and we have the tolerance. This is basically 12 ohm. Okay, about 12 ohm based on color codes. So one probe here, another here. As you can see guys, about 12 ohm. We have brown 1, red 2, and the black is 0, and we have tolerance about 5%, so about 12 ohm. So this is good. This one, my friend, so here we have orange 3, 3 and 0, so about 3 ohm. Okay, so let's check. So guys, remember that a simple test with a multimeter can save you from hours of frustration and costly repairs. They are small parts with a big job. If you found this helpful, hit like, share this with other lovers, and I'll see you in the next test with another component.